Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. If you're new here, I'd love it if we became friends and you subscribe to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I'm doing a hair video and I'm showing you how I style my curls to get this look. So I am ready to get started. We're also going to do a Q&A, so kind of just chatting with you guys on some questions that you guys have asked me over on Instagram. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to use this Eva NYC curling wand, and I want to say that this is older because I went on the website to try to link it and I haven't seen it. I actually won this in a giveaway with Teza and Eva NYC, and this was like a couple of years ago, so I'm trying looking for it and they don't have it, but I will try to link one similar. So first start with the Gizu Prep Prime and Define Me polishing primer. Love this stuff, love everything they do. My hair, I washed it on Monday, so it has had a few products throughout the week, but I like putting this before I curl my hair because I dry my hair at least, or blow dry at least one time per week. And then I curl it like every 3 days, depends where I'm going, if I'm filming or I don't know, it just depends. I don't do it every day, so that's pretty good. But yeah, anytime I curl it, I definitely go with this Gizu primer. So I'm gonna put about that much into my hand, and a little does go a long way. They always say to like rub it in your hands first and then add it to your hair. So I did want to do a Q&A and answer some questions, so I have them on my phone. They're like propped up, and the first question is, how do you get started as a social media manager? I want to become one. So basically I studied marketing as like in college. I interned for a marketing agency in 2016. Also, side note, I'm going to brush it afterwards, so if I look like a poodle, don't mind it, okay? It's gonna look cute after. So yeah, I studied marketing in college, so I've been in the social media industry for a while. So it was in the ending of 2019 where I decided to freelance. I have a friend who she has a jewelry company called The Dream. I've talked about her before. Actually, my last video I did like a little behind the scenes like content creation. Anyway, I will link that video so you can check it out. But I asked her, I was like, hey, can I do your social media for free? And if I feel like I've made a difference in your Instagram, I will offer my services to other people. And she was like, yeah girl, go for it. So I did it, and people reached out to her asking who does her social media. I reached out to other people offering my services. So kind of like that, I feel like once people start seeing your work, you know, they will come to you, but you also have to like put yourself out there, DM people, email people. So I feel like a little bit of both, but if you feel like this is something you want to do, like don't wait, like just go for it. I feel like if you wait, you're only going to make the process like longer, and you're never gonna feel ready. Literally, the week that I was gonna post like, hey, I'm doing social media like on my Instagram and like announce it, I called like my friend and I was like, I'm not gonna do it this week, I don't want to do it, like I'm not ready. And she was like, you're never gonna be ready, just put yourself out there. And I was like, no. But I'm glad I did it, because honestly you learn over time and like you change as you go. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like everyone changes, and maybe like you think people are gonna remember like your mistake, but really you are the one that's like the most hard on yourself, and like people don't really remember. So I feel like just go for it. Also, if you're hearing weird noises, I'm watching Scream Queens. I've randomly gotten into the show like this week actually, and I never watched it when it was on TV, but it was on Hulu, and I was like, I want to give it a try. So if you hear screaming, that's why. Okay, next question. Let's see. Oh my god, maybe I should pause it. Okay, what motivated you to start YouTube? So YouTube is something that I've wanted to do since like 2016. I've wanted to do it for so long, and I just, you know, this is like my story where I felt like I never was good enough, and I wasn't good enough to do YouTube, and I was just so afraid of what people were gonna think, of what my friends were gonna think, of what my family was gonna think, and I never did it. And literally it's 2021 and I decided to do it. And I feel like, I think 2020 kind of like motivated me to just like go after what I want to do, because life is short. And I was like, well, who am I afraid of? Like, honestly, this world, like, I feel like people really don't care about you as much as you think they do, and not in a bad way, but in a way of like, we're so afraid of people's opinions about us that like people aren't really even thinking about us, so like why do we care? And so I feel like as I get older, I've just grown in my mentality and just like, listen, I have one life to live and I want to make the best of it. And to me, that was like putting myself out there, like doing YouTube, freelancing, social media. Like, those are things that I've wanted to do for so long, and I just was so afraid of like so many different things. And I don't know, I don't want to like just live in fear, and I don't want to be remembered as like someone that lived in fear, you know? Like, if people talk about you when you die, are they gonna be like, oh, she was always afraid? Because I feel like all my friends kind of knew like stuff that I've wanted to do, and I just never did it. So I feel like, not that I care to be remembered as something, but I will remember, you know what I mean? Like, as I get older, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I wasn't afraid. So I feel like every time I have a conversation with a friend or like an acquaintance that we haven't seen each other in a long time, I'm always like, do it. Like, whatever it is that they want to do, like, do it, because I just don't want people to like, I don't know, be like regret, you know what I mean? And I'm only 28, but I feel like in the blink of an eye I'll be 40. You know what I mean? Like, I think like that, where I'm like, where will I be when I'm 40? Will I be regretting my life? And even still, like, 40 is super young, but like, I don't know, I just, that's what motivated me, is like just going after it, you know, and just doing it. I'm like, screw it, I'm not afraid anymore. So yeah. Okay, next question is how to build genuine friendships plus select your inner circle. And I feel like that is kind of a hard question, because I feel like everybody's needs are different. Everybody has different personalities. I forgot my Enneagram number. I think I'm like a 6 wing 5 or 5 wing 6, something like that. And it says like I'm a loyalist. And I feel like I am not so quick to making close friendships, but when I do, like when I feel a connection, we're like ride or dies, and not even in like a needy way, but in just like a, I will do anything for you, like no matter what, no matter where life takes us, like I will be there for you. Even if we haven't spoken in so long, like you can come call me and I will be there, you know what I mean? So I feel like for me personally, because everyone is different, building genuine friendships to me kind of comes with time. And why is this wet? Anyway, it comes with time for me personally. And not that, you know, I've had friends like from my childhood, and then I have friends that I've met a couple years ago. I have friends, you know what I mean, like 2 years ago. Like, it just depends. But I feel like there has to be this like mutual like understanding, if that makes sense. Like, and the only reason I say it takes time is because like things are going to like test your friendship and test like your relationship, and I feel like you start seeing like who your true and honest friends are with time. And I feel like friendships come for different seasons, you know. I had like super close friendships in high school, that I have had super close friendships in college, like after college. I just feel like, and then I'm sure, like, I mean, all my friends are moms right now, but I feel like it's different when you have kids. Like, you want to, you know, have a community of other moms. So I feel like that is also super different. So I just think like to build genuine friendships, it just comes with time, and it's like just being there for each other, like no matter what. Even even if like you guys haven't seen each other in a long time. Like, I don't know, I say understanding because I feel like as you get older, like you have to have an understanding of like, you're not my world, you're not my life. Like, I have a family, I have other, you know, I have plans, I have things, and just an understanding of like what you both are needing. So I don't know, I think many different things, and like select your inner circle. I don't know, honestly, like your time is precious, and I feel like if you notice certain toxic traits of people, or you notice that you're exhausted after you hang out with people, like those people might not be a good circle for you. So I feel like, you know, deciding like who you have a mutual like understanding with, a mutual like soul connection, if that makes makes sense. I just feel like I have different soul connections with like different people that I'm like, oh my gosh, like yes, like you understand me, I understand you, type of thing. It depends of what season of life you're in, and like what you're needing, what that other person is needing, understanding so many different things. But for me, it lasts like the test of time, because like throughout your life you are gonna go through things, and like some people might not be there for you the way you thought, and that's okay. Like, people grow, you know? So many different things. Okay, next question is, how do people partner with companies? I have no idea where to begin. So same. What I started doing was just like tagging companies, like reaching out to them, DMing them, emailing them, like finding their email, DMing them. I've even gone as far as like going on LinkedIn to see like who works there, and like messaging and saying, hey, I would love to partner with you. Not easy at all. Like, it literally is a hustle, and you literally have to do it all the time. And that's something that I'm working on, is like, even when you get a rejection, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna ask again in like 6 months. Because A, I understand like my following is not huge, so like that is a factor for some brands. But B, it's like, listen, I know what I could do for you, like please, you're gonna love me, you know? But I think that there are a lot of different websites also that you could like sign up for that are free, and they can partner you with brands that are wanting to, you know, gift people, you know, items and stuff, so you could talk about it. I feel like, as I'm still like a newbie, so I'm not gonna even pretend that I'm like a seasoned person doing this, but you know, I do some free work, because I feel like I want you to see like what I could do, the photos I could take, the video I could take, and then hopefully that'll create a partnership or like a friendship between like the brand representative or whatever, and that is how then like after, I feel like you can start asking for money. Some people might disagree, don't come after me, but I feel like I just want to like not prove myself, but kind of, and show you like, listen, I'm new in this group of so many girls doing this, but like I feel like you'll like me, you know what I mean? So that is like and like I will link like the companies that or like the websites that I've like signed up for that are free, that you can sign up, and you know, it's like a profile, and they'll send you stuff, and I feel like the more you do it, the more they'll send you like brands, and people know that you do it. So I think it's just like just starting, and don't be afraid to DM brands. I look like curly soup, but it's okay. Not fun fact, but like for my wedding, I remember like looking like this on the day of the wedding, and I was like, oh my god, like please don't look like this. But then, and she sprayed it, which by the way, like I do not like spray, because it just doesn't really work that well for my hair. Even though maybe I just don't know what I'm doing, because like when she did it, it looked amazing. So yeah, I was like, please do not let me walk out like this. Okay, see how I just grab, like I don't really like doing like section by section. I feel like for me this is easier, so I just go and curl and like watch a movie. I was watching Scream Queens, like I said. It takes me like 20 minutes, I would say, to curl my hair, 20 to 30, but It depends. Like, I'm curling my entire head. Other days I literally will just curl like some pieces and just like go. I will save this piece for last because I'm going to go with another curling iron that is not a wand, because I feel like it just looks better. Just gonna tuck it in the back. Okay. Next question. How do you plan your content/content batch? So I will talk about it in the viewpoint of like a business, because that is just like what I do for other people. So basically I look at the month ahead and say, okay, what are we doing? Sales? Are we just creating content for fun? Is there a specific product that you are launching that you're wanting to show off? Is there a specific series that you're wanting to do that will help for your business? Like, what is the goal for next month? And then based off that, if you know, if there's a ton of stuff, so like fall is coming and Christmas is coming, so I know there's going to be a lot more like heavy specific content. But for the summer, it might have been like 4th of July maybe, and besides that, it's just like summer stuff. So really looking ahead to see like what is the season, what does the season call for, and then doing and then after you do that, you know, doing your research on what trends, what sounds are, you know, going viral, what trends are people using, so that you could use those sounds and those trends to your advantage. And I have seen people do this, you know, fashion, jewelry, like anything. It's like the sky's the limit. You could use a trending sound to anything. So I just feel like yeah, after you look through your calendar to see like what is coming up, look at trends, do your research, download sounds or save the sounds on your phone, and then save some like video inspiration links, and like just start planning. Look at the calendar ahead and say, okay, I want to do the style video with this sound, link the sound to your TikTok. You could do this all on Google Docs. That's what I do. And I would just put like, okay, I want to do 12 videos this month and I want to use these sounds. I link them because sometimes you forget, and sometimes you know, you can link an example video, and then you take 1 or 2 days and you just do the dang thing. Okay, like it takes time, and I know right now it's kind of insane, like the amount of content that, you know, social media is requiring. But I feel like you either get on it or, you know, jump on the bus, or you're gonna get left behind. So the best way is to content batch. You don't have to do 12, you don't have to do 3 reels a week. You could do 1 reel a week. So, you know, do it according to what realistically you can create, because I feel like this should be fun, and I remind myself that of every day. I'm like, this is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this crazy stressful, like, you know, thing. So I'm like, if I can't do 3 reels a week, I can't, you know what I mean? So I feel like for you, this thing is like in the way. Really deciding like what is realistic for you, and then just truly plan ahead and take a day and record. And that's the part that people don't want to do, is take the day and record. And that is really what is going to help you to like get ahead, to be on trends, to plan ahead and not feel left behind. Like that is the way. Is if you could do one time per week, do that, and at least you know all the videos you want to do for that month. But then every week you record 3 or 4 for the following week or for that week. But setting the time and sitting and planning and thinking and then actually executing and recording is the part that people don't want to do. So that's what I feel like that is what makes the difference, because people ask all the time, you know, like, what is the secret? And it's like planning ahead and just recording, you know. So I feel like we can all do it. If you are the type that, you know, you post like whenever you want and you could just do trends, like if that works for you, do that, you know what I mean? But for most people, they don't have the time to just like record every day or record every week. So if you really want to like get on trends and you want to do these videos, like do it. Plan 2 days out of the month and just like record. And that is part of the job, because that is like what is getting your business out there, you know, these videos that are getting these views that are more than your following count. So that's what I would say is the key to content batching, is just planning ahead. Okay, how is it living with your parents? So if you don't know, I've been living with my parents since 2019, like November, December of 2019. Funny because we were like, you know, this is gonna be like a 5-month thing, like, you know, it's gonna be quick, like top 6 months. Like we were like, it's not gonna be long. And then 2020 happened and we've been here ever since. So, you know, the key, we are in this, what is it called? Like, I can't remember the term, but like we're like in the, dang, I can't remember. We just have a decision to make. So we've been saving for a home in Orlando. You know that these prices are ridiculous. So we are in this, like, should we move to an apartment and just like, you know, save from there and like whatever. And to anyone, they're like, you're crazy, like you could be saving, you're saving so much money, like all this stuff and that. Yes we are, and that's great. My parents are incredible. My mom cooks every day. Like, why would I want to leave, you know? Like, they leave us alone, like they're not on top of us, like they're very like, do y'all, you know? My parents, honestly, they would love for me to stay here forever. And I'm like, I can come for dinner every night. Sure. But we are in this, like, you know, should we move to an apartment and just like start, because like we got married 2018. No, we got married 2019. Yeah, August of 2019. We moved in November, December-ish. So like we've literally been here for the first like 2 years of our marriage. We're about to be 2 years in a few weeks. So, you know, that's just been like, what should we do? Should we just stick it out, like save for the house and just like from here go to a house? But it's just like the house market is so insane right now that, and I'm not picky, but I am type of person. So I'm like, listen, I don't need, obviously, like my first home, I don't need it for it to be like Pinterest, you know? But like there's some houses out there that are not that great and they're so expensive, and I'm like, I can't even have, like, if I get a loan for a certain amount, there is no renovation budget, you know? Like, so that's just like where I'm at, that I'm like, I'd rather just like go to an apartment and like, you know, where it's a modern apartment, like whatever, and we just do that. But I think, I don't know, we're in that in between of like, what should we do? We love it here, it's great, it's just like we want to live on our own, you know? So that is where we are. But living with them is amazing. My mom literally cooks. I even kind of hinted like, you know, Mom, like we might, you know, we might get out. And she's like, well, you won't have this if you leave. I'm like, you're absolutely right. I won't have your delicious food. So if they were, you know, if they had to choose, they literally are not the people to kick you out. They're like, but why don't you guys stay? Like, it's fine. And I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing, because Hispanic people will literally live together forever. Literally, they're not rushing to kick us out. So I don't know, that's where we're at. But to answer the question, it's been great. They're awesome. And even at one point when, you know, 2020, my sister, she lived in Turkey, and they like basically evacuated because my brother played basketball over there for like 6 years or like 5 years, moved back to United States because like it was crazy. Like they didn't know what was gonna happen, and they were in Turkey, and they moved in with my parents, and it was all of us in my parents' house. And like, honestly, I will forever cherish that like memory, because it was crazy and it was loud and it was packed, because it was like, what was it? It was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in one house. But it was so much fun. I don't know why I said that. Oh, because we all lived together in one house for like 4 months or 3 months, and it was so much fun. But at one point we were all like, we need our own space. And like whenever someone was like just needed their time, they just were in their room, they were like, we kind of just like slowly back away and like go upstairs. But I will always remember those days, because they were like, it was horrible what was happening and it was scary, but it was so fun just being able to live together again, and like with my nieces, it was just like a lot of fun. Okay, how long have you and your husband been together, or how long were you and your husband together before you got married? So we started dating we were 19 when we started dating. To be honest, we've been together for so long I don't even remember, but I know that we were 19 when we started talking or dating, because for like a year we didn't say anything to anybody, because long story short, he had liked me for so long and people always pressured him to talk to me, to hang out with me, and like anytime we would like speak or hang out, like people would make it such a big deal, and we didn't really want to like show that we were dating, because we felt like people were gonna like, even though they were happy for us, they were just gonna be like meddle, like get in, and we didn't care for other people's opinion. Like we were like, we don't really care if you want us to be together. I'm glad you like us together, but we wanted it to do it our way. So for like a whole year, we literally were like, nothing's going on. Horrible liars, because all our friends were like, you guys are idiots, you guys are like together. We're like, no we're not. And we were like go to concerts, or like, and at the time like I would post on Instagram and literally like people would be like, how'd you take that picture? You're not sure, or you're sure you couldn't have taken that picture in the concert. And we're like, wow. So anyway, we started dating at 19. We didn't get married till 2019. Was I 26? I was 26. Yeah. And yeah, that long. I feel like everyone is different. I have friends that have gotten married. My sister got married at 18 because, you know, she was different. Like she was always more mature, like knew what she wanted, you know, she's had a great life. My other close friend got married at like 22. I could have not gotten married that young. Like as I kept getting older, I was like, wow, like no way. I was a child and thought like a child at that time. So I'm glad we waited. You know, I feel like 26, 27 was a good year for us, and I don't know, I don't really regret it. Okay, how are you with taking out gluten and dairy from your diet? Yes, so I can't remember, I think it was like 3 months ago maybe that I found out that I was allergic to gluten and dairy, soy, wheat, and something else. And was kind of surprising to me, because yeah, it just was surprising to me. Whoa. So but I've noticed a crazy difference when I started taking out all of these things. Also, soy is in everything, so that was kind of annoying, because oh wow, we're just gonna hide that one. Soy is in everything, and I was like, great, like can't eat anything I like. So that's been hard, like finding foods that is like without all those things. I'm not gonna say that I am like the strictest, like I stick to it all the time, because I don't, because I just feel like, listen, there's times where if we're out to eat with my family or friends, and like we're somewhere and I don't really like their choices, like I'm just gonna try to eat like the next like best thing. And yeah, like, and I know, and literally I'll be like, yeah, I'm already feeling it, like with bread and with like wheat and all that, and I'm just like, oh, I feel it, but whatever. So I do try, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna go insane, I'm not gonna starve either. So what's the next best thing? Which the saddest part was like Chick-fil-A, like the Chick-fil-A nuggets. I've had to go to grilled nuggets, and those are fine, but I'm like, there's nothing like the regular nuggets. And I was eating the Chick-fil-A salad with the regular nuggets, and the freaking dressings was like Italian dressing. It has soy in it, and I'm like, of course it does. So that's been hard. But besides that, like I do see the difference in my belly, like, and people obviously, like everyone's bodies are different, but like when I tell you, I just looked pregnant all of the time, and I'm like, I don't understand. Sorry, it's so bright, I'm confused. Okay. And I'm like, I don't understand why I'm pregnant. I look pregnant, like I wasn't pregnant. And when I tell you, it was like just the belly, like, and it wasn't even like hurting me. It was just so like, I was just so bloated because of all the stuff that I would eat. And when I started taking out the gluten, I saw a crazy difference in my belly, and I was like, okay, I see, I hear you, and I see you. And then when I do eat bread, regular bread, I notice the difference again, that it just goes back up. So I'm like, this is so frustrating. I just want to eat whatever I want. I have friends that literally are eating Taco Bell and they look amazing, and I'm like, I love that for you. It's just not my story. But it's been good, and I never wanted to, honestly, I'm like, I never wanted to be that person that's like, oh, is this gluten-free, is this dairy-free? But like, it has made a difference in my body. Okay, so these two, I'm going to go with, wow, I look so cute. These two, I'm gonna go in with this Hot Tools curling iron clamp situation, because I haven't mastered my bangs with this, and I don't want it to look ugly. So honestly, I feel like back in the day, what girls would do like their hair like this for prom, right? I feel like we know someone that looked like this for prom, and this was the style. This area. Okay, so last question is, how do I become more confident? There's so much I want to do and I don't know where to begin. Okay, this is a work in progress for me, but if there's anything that I do at this platform, is to just encourage girls, women, whomever, to believe in yourself, because I never believed in myself up until like last year, sadly. And people saw it from miles away. They were like, whoa, you are so insecure. Not even because of, not in a bad way, but just like they would say something and I'm like, oh my god, no, like, you know, it's like this humbleness that's really like just you have low self-esteem. So I just feel like I never believed in myself, and like I just don't want other people to live like that, because it's like when you see somebody else that you're like, oh my god, you're amazing, and then you realize that they have like that like low self-esteem, and you're just like, how, where, what do you see? Like, I wish you could see yourself the way I saw you, like the way God sees you. And I just want to, I don't know, just like encourage you, whoever asked this question, like you become more, I don't know, you just start like believe in yourself, like bet on yourself that you could do it. Like God has placed a dream or a passion inside of all of us, and I just feel like, who are we to tell him that like his creation is horrible and like a failure and all these things, you know? Like, and I feel like I don't know who we care for, because like so many people, especially right now, are just like going for their dreams, and like this is the best time to start. Like, when are you gonna start? You know what I mean? And like I said in the beginning, like I feel like people do not care as much as you think they do, and they are not thinking about you. And if they are, then that's their sad like reality. Like if they are just spending their time like judging you and judging your ambitions, like they're lame anyway for doing that, you know? So I just feel like an advice for me to you is like, go for it. Like, you are going to fail and you are going to learn from your mistakes, but the time is now. Like, you never know if you're gonna die tomorrow. And I know that sounds like morbid, but like you don't know. And are you gonna be happy with yourself? Like, I don't know, I just feel like I have spent way too many years like not believing in myself. For what? You know what I mean? Like, for who? Who was I like waiting for when everybody else was like, you know, like people are nice, they're nicer than you think, but they also just like do not care about what you're doing. They're really invested in what they're doing, and it's kind of like, if other people can do it, I want to do it too, you know? Like, if other people are doing all these things that I want to do, like why can't I do it? And I think it doesn't matter, YouTube, any creative project, it could be literally you being a doctor, you being an engineer, you being a business owner, like whatever you want to do, other people have done it, why can't you do it? You know what I mean? So go for it. refer back to this video when you're feeling sad and unmotivated, and like, let this be a reminder that you are amazing, that you could do incredible things, that God created you beautifully. He created you with a purpose, and go for it. Believe in yourself, bet on yourself, like tell yourself that you can. So yes, I'm gonna go in with this Olaplex bonding oil. Can you see? I didn't want you to zoom in because my nails popped off because I had press-ons and they came out a little bit. And now I'm gonna rub it in. Yeah. And that is it. That is how I curl my hair, crunch it with the oil. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little session, this Q&A. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I would love it if we became friends. Comment any videos that you'd like to see from me in the future. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me at Beca.Abigail. And yeah, hope you guys have an amazing day. Love you guys.